Introducing first.
And tonight, Samoa Joe now a part of SmackDown Live thanks to the Superstar shakeup last month. And here's
Samoa Joe certainly has the capability to do so. We've seen in the past Joe rap.
Roman Reigns.
Is there a man in WWE today?
Has become used to this. Roman thrives off a hostile environment. He lives and sees that the big dog has no more confidence left in himself. We're about to find
week after week. Sometimes, boys, it's not about a championship. It's about all about.
You know, earlier today I sat down with Roman Reigns and I talked to Roman about this grueling sketch. The physical match that Roman had with Brock Lesnar at Rumble, then up to Canada, now here tonight against Samoa Joe, and I asked him, has your confidence ever...
Well, I can understand that. I mean, Roman Reigns prides himself on being a leader here and don't any sign of weakness overtly. That said, Samoa Joe seems to believe
one thing, but when you go through so many battles and so many...
They're trying to separate these two men, and Joe going right after Roman Reigns.
Absolutely.
Joe and Reigns, this is going to be a physical war.
Yeah.
And now Reigns, with the Uranagi through the Spanish.
Holy
smoke! Samoa Joe with a cheap shot, a right hand to start this thing. And now Joe hurt, and Reigns sent over our announce table. Roman Reigns sent over our...
Well, he's just talking and talking.
And now Samoa Joe.
But the one thing we know, Michael, is he's been through these battles before.
Attacking Reigns before the match even started. The official trying to get him back in the ring.
Also sending a message. Hey, I've been out for several months, but maybe I'm the big dog.
Wants to move on to the SmackDown Live roster.
Well, if I'm back.
And now the official checking with Roman Reigns, making sure at ringside, that was close.
Yeah, the match hasn't even begun yet, and we've already had all sorts of destruction.
Well, you heard the referee, can you go? Roman shook his head. So
defenseless. He can't even put his hands up to protect himself.
The intensity from Samoa Joe is up.
And this all started with a option sense. And there, Roman Reigns hooks the leg.
Samoa Joe to put the big dog down. Going to take a little bit more. I'm surprised Roman
to Roman Reigns, the other one to the entire SmackDown Live locker room.
Goes on because he feels he doesn't get the respect he deserves, that he has earned.
Boxes.
You know, we talk a lot about Joe's Muay Thai background, his jiu-jitsu background, but he...
Look at this now. Samoa Joe just looking to twist the head.
Well, I know you called it a cheap shot, Michael.
It was, Coach. It happened before the bell rang.
This is the pain I was talking about.
This is earlier on. Watch this Uranagi. Watch the force of justice.
Neck twisting on Roman Reigns' shoulders.
I would love to ask WWE stats.
Just work on the neck of Roman Reigns.
Keep hearing Samoa Joe say, this is the pain I told ever.
I don't want to make excuses for Roman, but guys, he can't be 100% tonight. It was
is that he shows up every single night, regardless, Michael, is if he's 100.
Maybe the most dangerous man in WWE. He's got an assassin's mentality. Find a weakness.
Both very, very well.
Joe's face. Roman has had no offense at all. Oh, look at Roman.
Roman just peeling back the fingers of Samoa Joe.
Oh,
there you go. Boom.
Oh, there it is.
Joey head rocker, kick you right in the...
That we've seen in a very, very long time.
Samoa Joe's been that way for years, Coach. I have two cracked, well, not currently have cracked ribs, but I had two cracked ribs to show as a trophy.
Comes synonymous, now a knee to the chin, and right back working on the neck.
Spent considerable amount of time all over the world, Europe, Japan. Joe is a dangerous
match.
Joe wants to show up on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night and say, I told you so.
Well, I think that's the
live Tuesday night to say, I told you so if he wins this match.
Oh, I'm saying Samoa Joe.
Trouble here. Can Reigns fight back? Can he go dig down deep to the corner? Roman trying to shake the cobwebs. Joe launches him to the apron.
My God.
Zero hesitation from the big man.
Watch this.
Speed all the way across the ring. Diamond Reigns, followed by nearly 300 pounds.
Yeah, that was high risk, but Joe had a plan.
Match or getting the upper hand. Samoa Joe.
Covered by Joe on Reigns to put him away. And then the 300 pounds crushing down on Reigns' body.
Easy. Now raining down elbows.
Well, Joe has absolutely no, it hurts. No wasted motion.
Joe knows it. Joe enjoys
The way that he goes about his business shows me a man that says, you know what, I'm not wasting any opportunity.
Oh, Joe just leaning on Roman Reigns now. Complete control. Joe's enjoying it.
It's yours. And yours alone.
Of it.
Forearm and his elbow pinned down across the back of the big dog's neck. Roman isn't going.
The one thing I don't think he's going to do is tap or give up or quit. That's not in his DNA.
That said, the big dog is in a lot of trouble right now, and Joe inches closer to his goal of putting
Done. Right hand, Joe still holds on. And another by Roman. Two men exchanging blows, center of the ring.
dropping bombs on one another. Look at this.
Not right in the face and went down for the first time.
Yeah, but he went out of the ring.
Let's see, Roman's moving right now. He's just ginger everything, and Roman's body's got to be racked with pain.
And now Roman Reigns has Joe in drive-by position, and you can feel the momentum
To him.
Yeah, he might be the uncrowned Universal Champion, but in the eyes of the WWE Universe,
And Brock Lesnar still walking around with the Universal Championship.
And now you're starting to see
Brings out the best in Roman Reigns.
sometimes you have to go to his level, no doubt.
Joe with a kick, down goes Reigns.
part three, bang, senton.
Cover by Joe.
Imagine what Samoa Joe would say or is going to say if he's able to beat down Roman.
Said, oh, Joe may show up on Monday night just to say, Roman, I told you so, and then get
Yeah, the first one he put Reigns through an announce table with. Roman, though, able to
Samoa Joe.
boot, stops Reigns in his tracks. Roman Reigns. Both these men
Reigns, and now if you can see the face of Samoa Joe, you can under his, I believe it's his left eye, there's a mouse. These guys gonna know they were in a fight tomorrow morning.
You would think there would have to be somewhere down deep.
The Superman punch. Joe caught him. Look at the
There it is.
the clutch.
We've seen Samoa Joe take, oh, looks like maybe his right knee.
His whole body's beat up. How the hell did he do that? What a move by Joe. He picked Reigns out of midair. But
Oh, he got
Superman punch.
He got him.
Cover. Inside leg hook. That was incredible what Samoa Joe did.
Roman able to answer with a Superman punch.
Jaw jacked.
Able to dig.
Samoa Joe looking weary for the first. Reigns still up.
Bam! Cover!
Awareness by Samoa Joe, realizing where he's at inside the ring at all times.
And very unlucky on the
Feet first. That might have been a last gasp effort. The spear that Roman connected with.
Again, the veteran Samoa Joe able to
Legs are burning. It feels like you're running through mud this deep. You've expended every energy.
need is the first one back to his feet.
This is wildly Reigns. Somehow break this hold.
They're in the center of the ring. Joe wrapping the legs. Oh, wait a minute. Roman.
Nobody home. Again, Coquina clutch. And Joe looking to wrap the legs, and there he does. He wraps the legs around the... What does Roman do here? Roman's got to somehow... Roman's fading. Roman Reigns is fading here.
Who's going to win?
Yeah, but Roman Reigns now showing some life. Reigns showing some life.
Might have been able to call that one a few seconds earlier. Roman's
For
on
the match.
Look at the change in demeanor. Joe with it.
But don't change the game plan. Don't change the attack.
Listen to Roman.
Joe possibly thinking about a muscle buster.
That's
Yes,
what he's
he
looking
is.
for, Corey. Roman leaps over. Samoa Joe rolls through.
Oh, he got him!
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns.
Figured it out at the exact right moment.
That's the reserve that a great champion possesses needs to be given. And that is exactly what the big dog did tonight.
While we contend, Reigns picks up a victory here tonight in what I believe was a must-win.
But Roman, you know, in the back of his mind is still thinking about the...
Guys, is to continue to show up night after night, week after week. I'll give it to Roman.
WWE Backlash, a reminder, up next, the Backlash post-show exclusively.
think Joe would change a thing. This is exactly what Samoa Joe wants.
That is what Samoa Joe is attempting to accomplish. Score as we remind you what happened last month between Samoa
Attack from behind.
and Samoa Joe with a vicious assault. Continental Championship.
I can assure you, Samoa Joe's threats are...
Dog. And for his fallen brother, Dean Ambrose. Samoa Joe on Ambrose last week. Dean Ambrose suffering a ruptured tricep.
That Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose are closer than brothers.
And this cannot come out here and be too emotional tonight with a comrade.
I completely agree with you, Booker T. Aside from the fact this and always seems to overcome. Maybe the Dean Ambrose motivation is
Chicago tonight, sold out at the All-State Arena.
Yes.
This is for the Intercontinental Championship in 82 pounds, Samoa Joe. From Pensacola, Florida, weighing 265 pounds.
And you can feel the intensity and the taste that these two men have for one another. And it's about the coveted Intercontinental Championship match underway. Joe and Roman Reigns, and Reigns comes flying out of the blocks.
point about Roman Reigns not letting emotion get the best of him. It looks like Joe might have that problem.
The thing is, Joe knows he's going to have to weather a storm here in the beginning. Like I say,
Dropping Joe to a knee, and now Samoa Joe with the left-handed jabs to Roman Reigns, trying to back him. Samoa Joe in trouble. Reigns looking for perhaps for the drive-by.
man.
And Roman Reigns on fire.
This could be a short one.
Reigns here. A drive-by right to the jaw. But Samoa Joe with a headbutt. Digging down deep.
Superstars can keep up this level of intensity. Something's got to give.
WWE fans, Joe for the championship. Hooks the leg. Joe.
A little bit to try to get back on track.
Both of these guys possess incredible. It wasn't going to last that speed the whole time.
And Samoa
And over a period of time, trust me, it throws off your equity.
I've given up, Corey.
Be careful not to get too aggressive and get himself disqualified.
And Roman Reigns exploding off the
I'm sure Joey knew he's going to be in a
fight because Samoa Joe has to pin or get Reigns to submit to
Joe got a gas tank on him. He could go all night.
Roman Reigns.
Be forced to stop the momentum of Reigns.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
That's that
Samoa
little jab.
Joe taking it in. And now Roman Reigns has been... And again, Joe.
First.
Oh,
And there's the
good
kick
night.
from behind. Is on the line. And Reigns.
The big dog came out of the gate strong, but Joe...
Samoa Joe has been steady the course. But this
Samoa
right here,
Reigns cut.
for him right there was perfect timing. Just couldn't get all of it.
And he has defended the Intercontinental Championship against all comers all over the world.
Samoa Joe, nearly 300-pound man, is not going to go up
Back
easily.
drop, Roman Reigns.
Power behind it.
Oh, my goodness, did you hear that?
Exchanging right a suplex.
Educated knees right there from Joe.
Joe with the Roman cover. Is it enough? Oh, and a kick out by Samoa.
Exactly what Samoa Joe is seemed like in that ring.
Reigns likes to have separation, so he can do that. Deliver the Superman.
40.
And now Roman Reigns looking to put Samoa Joe away.
Yeah.
Roman for the championship. Is it enough? Almost had it to it.
And tonight, take Roman into
Yeah,
deep
but did you
water.
see Samoa Joe's face? He's beginning down deep for the champion. Trying to catch a breather. Samoa Joe continues the attack. Reigns back into the ring. Got caught.
Samoa Joe with the go behind, absolutely sudden. We've seen Joe do it in the past. There we go.
And there it is.
It's cinched in.
Got the hooks.
Eating. Samoa Joe with a coquina clutch locked in.
Joe's got it locked. He's
To the bottom rope, but he can't quite get there.
With Joe adjusting. Wow.
Roman Reigns, guys. No quit.
Power makes it to the rope.
Wow. A great deal of damage has been done, but I think Roman Reigns would even admit that was a little bit of luck.
And now Samoa Joe.
Look out.
Seven. Oh.
Instantly, Roman Reigns bouncing almost through the barricade.
Now Booker and Samoa Joe launching himself into Reigns, and Roman Reigns.
Take a look at this. First, the impact, 300 pounds blasting for the wall, and Roman Reigns' elbow connected, full speed.
Injured arm.
Joe is trying to rip that arm clean out of the socket.
Reigns can get himself a hospital bed right next to Dean Ambrose.
Joe, the pressure continues. Reigns writhing in pain.
There is nothing
About survival for Reigns.
one-armed Reigns.
Pummeling Joe in the
throwing
corner.
bombs.
It's Joe.
Oh,
and now he
that's it.
shoves the official, and the referee has no choice.
Came Roman.
That was the emotion we talked about that Roman had to keep in check.
Samoa Joe.
Be a disqualification, but Reigns is still the champion.
Yeah, but you know, take his title.
Roman Reigns hasn't forgotten all the damage that Samoa Joe is stalking. Like that.
Roman Reigns just smoked Samoa Joe with that right hand.
The
Of
steel
a lifetime
post.
with Samoa Joe.
If that's the case, Booker more pop.
Motion pent up, a lot of anger inside.
An eye for an eye.
Tried to end Dean Ambrose's career last week.
This is personal.
This is done yet, feeding off this adrenaline and emotion, driving the... Roman Reigns, I don't think Joe has any idea where he is. Oh, Lord! Samoa Joe. There's a big...
Where the winner will face Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship pounds, Roman Reigns.
You know, we talked about all the Washington, D.C., and the question is, Corey, will it be Roman?
Answer shortly. I can never bet against Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns says it's his yard.
There you go, the blood that flows through this man's veins. Guys, this match, you don't want to miss it.
Roman Reigns said he was going to... Samoa Joe, though, came within a hair of beating...
Samoa Joe's claim is very, very tough to argue with. A lot of people might...
We're going to find out tonight.
From Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds.
Reminded Roman Reigns of this very important fact, that in 2 meetings, him to SummerSlam. Do you think, Corey, Joe has Roman Reigns' number?
Has Roman Reigns' number. I don't believe there's any way Roman Reigns...
Locker room right now. Let me tell you something. Samoa Joe is the most dangerous.
Defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Again, you can never overcome the odds. It's the big dog.
It is quite the atmosphere summer in Brooklyn at SummerSlam. And
About two big, impressive pugilists.
yeah, I was going to say, Corey, who wins the... Now it's Reigns' turn, and again, Joe. And Reigns, there's the quickness and the power of Roman. And Joe knocked out of the apron. Joe a bit frustrated, right back up again, right into another. It's Reigns and Joe continuing live on Raw. This is Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the Universal title. And
This match at the outset, guys.
Samoa Reigns in the shoulder up.
Take another look at this. First, the impact to behold.
Indeed, he is. I mean, he's using his boxing. He's using his sambo, right?
Samoa Joe to beating the beast Brock Lesnar 8 nights ago in Great Balls before he caught Joe with an F5.
It was all at the hands of Samoa Joe.
Lies like this ever before. I don't think so,
And there's the
guys.
quickness of Reigns.
It was desperation out of Roman, guys.
Cover again by Joe. Gated.
And then followed up with an impact of Samoa Joe's elbow.
When you talk about the strength of a guy like Samoa Joe, but
Punish you. as you're seeing Joe do here. Corey.
Dudes walking the planet today without a doubt in my mind. Samoa Joe right now throughout the next step in the game plan. This is great strategy by Samoa Joe.
Corey, you've been in the ring with Samoa.
As he does. And his striking ability, just when you think you know where the next one's coming from.
Look at what Samoa Joe is doing right now to the head of Roman Reigns. And Roman could be fading. Make some separation here to get back into this matchup.
It's all about respect.
What a suplex by Joe. Here's the cover.
Hooker slam is slipping away second by second.
A wrench in the neck of Roman Reigns.
Joe just using his body weight to
Right now at this moment.
280 plus pounds. Reigns trying to somehow break the grip of Joe. Loves to trash talk in the ring. We play that verbal game. Roman just trying to fight back yet again. Joe, and there's another one. And Reigns with a right to the face, and Roman. Here comes Roman Reigns, firing up, trying to get back into this matchup against Joe. Reigns deliver elbows to the face. And this time Reigns catches him with a flying close down at
Talk
two.
about sucking it up. Roman Reigns right now, he's digging.
competitor. Not going to fall for the same old tricks each time.
The outset, guys.
May not look like it at the moment, Book, but I know Joe's got a lot left.
And there's that familiar strut.
They go. Timber. Here we go.
18 years Samoa Joe worked to get to WWE, looking to maximize T-bone to drive-by.
And now Roman Reigns with a collision. These two big battles you'll ever witness. Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, the winner, faces Brock Lesnar.
Everything, each one of these super tough.
And look at Samoa drop. Here's the cover. Hook of the left.
Beautiful reversal.
And I talked about how physical this is. Check this out before the commercial. Roman Reigns would follow that up.
Look at the impact. Roman's entire
to the face. Joe with a running senton. Cover again. Is Joe getting... And I want to talk about how physical this match was. I want to take you to earlier on in the matchup. Watch this boot to the face of Joe. Unbelievable.
I'll tell you something, if Roman Reigns would have covered Samoa Joe right there.
Where you got to dig down deep, your lungs burn, you're trying to figure out what.
Roman Reigns now lifting the 282-pounder at least of the Uranagi. Roman Reigns countered into an arm drag. And now still in trouble.
Whoa!
What an incredible match.
Tells you.
Look of almost disbelief on the face of Roman Reigns.
I'm looking around the dumping in this matchup.
Roman Reigns landed that Superman punch dead.
I'm a normal man, Booker, you know that.
Oh no. Oh my God.
What the?
Oh my. Is he marching in this arena? 8 nights ago he was in the back of an ambulance. How the hell is Strowman here? And there's his
among men.
Reigns cannot believe Strowman's here. Live on Monday Night. Root to the face of Strowman.
Roman's exhausted. He's got to
Realizes, oh my God! Rips first into the barricade.
Gotta be kidding me.
Roman Reigns, and now Samoa Joe back on his feet. He's got a Roman goes after Joe, and these two men hammering away at one another. Joe and Reigns line for the monster among men.
Joe's not going to outpower Braun Strowman. That's
no caught by Strowman, shoved across the ring with one hand.
Wow.
Oh, no, look at the
Reigns, and now big right hands to Roman Reigns, punishing and torturing this man.
The power of this man.
Braun, Samoa Joe now turning his attention to Strowman. Common enemies for both of these men. Roman Reigns runs into a boot from Strowman, and Braun Strowman now marching around the ring, but Strowman could be fading to the coquina clutch. Joe's down. Reigns and Joe doing all they can to...
Giant constrictor take out a crocodile.
Feet. And Strowman caught him in midair. And now he turns his attention to Samoa Joe. And Strowman. On Strowman marching around the ring with a running power slam to Reigns.
He may have just unleashed hell on the entire WWE.
It's about beating the hell out of Roman Reigns. You put him in an ambulance. Yeah, good luck. This guy's trying to talk Strowman up.
Top of the Empire State Building. Braun Strowman just doing what he wants.
Again! James made through the day. He put the monster among men. Corey, flat out destruction.
Reigns or Samoa Joe ever have either.
You don't.
Power slam!
Driving the